Welcome back everyone. In today's video we'll be taking a look at my adult size Oval Intercontinental Championship replica belt, going in depth looking at the history and such. But before that I just wanted to say, like in 2002 when WWE got the F out, from today onwards are we getting the WWE out. What I mean by that is in the name replica title shines, it will no longer have WWE beforehand. Just like this, my Instagram has been changed to replica title shines rather than WWE.rts. Apart from that, the future of this channel is looking at my belt collection, as I started last week with the WWF Big Eagle. If you haven't seen that, I recommend you go check it out. But other than that, I may be going into maybe some top 10 favourite belts and worst belts and such, as Hazard F5 does. If that's something that interests you, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, any other ideas, feel free to share. But for now, let's get started on this one. And here it is, my Figures Inc. adult size Intercontinental Championship replica belt. This was bought brand new by me in 2010. I've added the Rob Van Dam nameplate, just mainly due to him being a 6-time Intercontinental Champion. And you know what, I think he actually did a pretty good job holding the title. When I started watching wrestling, he was defeated Shelton Benjamin at Backlash to hold this and the Money in the Bank, and I thought that was pretty awesome, so the nameplate's quite suitable. And he was one of the first to hold the title with WWE being the new name after the WWF had finished. So here it is. We have the 2x8 snap box on the male side and the 2x5 on the female side, as the belts all did have during this era, after the 2x5 on each side sort of era. So here we go, the strap, just like all the other Figures Inc. straps, with the stitching on the outside, which is inaccurate to any belt. Then we've got the snap box actually stitched on. We then have the WWE Champion tooling around the entire strap. This one's got a few little scratches on this plate, as it was used as the Pro Division Championship in HTW when I used to have the trampoline wrestling show, which was great fun. But here we have Antarctica, WWE logo at the top, North America and South America. Just before I continue going through, it's worth mentioning this belt was debuted in 2003, in May 2003, when Christian won at Battle Royal to become the Intercontinental Champion. Before that, it was the WWF version, which had the word Intercontinental all the way along this banner. Instead of a nameplate, it just had Champion. And even when it changed to WWE and Rob Van Dam held it in 2002, it was still actually the WWF belt. So here's a picture now of Christian holding the championship. One thing that's always bothered me with this belt though, overall, is that the blue is just not correct. It's always bugged me. The blue it should be is much closer to the blue on the Big Eagle. Instead, it's a much darker blue, much like the blue they have on the US Championship. Don't know why they actually did that. It may have been one of the demos they had and never actually released, but I'm not quite sure. But either way, it's one of the things that's always irked me, so I'm glad they've improved that on the new one. Back to the side plate, not much to really show here. They are quite bland side plates, but I kind of like it. I like how it's rectangular in shape, and then they got the oval in the middle. I think it's quite a cool contrast. Okay, onto the main plate. We have the globe in the middle, WWE logo. We have the stones up the top. There's 6. Mine is missing the center one at the top. But on a shelf you can't even actually tell due to it having the silver in the back. The Intercontinental Champion banner, the rope around the border. the Rob Van Dam nameplate added on by myself. World Wrestling Entertainment. I do really like the oval shape, but I like these little cutout bits here. So the new one on TV, oh, sorry, not TV, the new one on WWE Shop, yes, it's got the colour correct, but it's also got the Dave Milliken strap. This is the J-Mar strap. So this belt, as I said, started in 2003 and went until 2009. On the screen now, you can see JBL holding the championship. That picture is WrestleMania 25, where he lost it to Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio became the man to change the championship to the Dave Milliken style, which had deeper etching, a bigger section here for the rope border, and a different strap. As you'll have a look in the picture showing as on the screen already with Rey Mysterio, you can see that the strap is different. So that's the one on WWE Shop now. I prefer this strap, but I like the new plate, so that may be something I buy and get it re-leathered to this specification. I much prefer this strap because it's one that's held by the likes of this style by like Randy Orton, Rob Van Dam, Shelton Benjamin, who I'd say is probably my favourite Intercontinental Champion. Chris Jericho, he held both types, but yeah, just the prestige of this strap, and it was my childhood where this strap was. So, and when the strap was changed, I did actually notice it on TV back in the day, and wasn't quite a big fan of it compared to this one. I think this one just follows just nicely around the belt. The other one's more defined, which some people may prefer, but just not for me. And the snap boxes sort of just come out here, whereas in the other one it sort of cuts in more pronounced lines around the plates. So back to the belt, we have Europe and Africa, and then we have Asia and Australia. Now, this part I find interesting because since I'm from Australia, this is one I can pick out. I'm sure the other plates are probably similar in their accuracies. First of all, what is this meant to be? If you look at a world map, there's nothing here. So this is Papua New Guinea and stuff above Australia. This, is it meant to be New Zealand, which is meant to be down further down? Or I actually don't know what it's meant to be. On top of that, where's Tasmania? Is that little dot there meant to be Tasmania and meant to be moved up over here? And this, I don't even know what that is because it's just Antarctica below Australia. So inaccuracies on the globe parts just irks me because it's such a simple thing to get right. Unfortunately, the new one on WWE Shop has the same mistake as I'm displaying now. If you have a look at Hazard F5's real Intercontinental Championship, which I'll show the picture now, you can see they got Australia correct with Tasmania in the right spot and no weird blob over on the right side. So, unfortunate, but I'm sure there's probably other inaccuracies with the others. I just don't know too much about geography to notice the rest. Santino Marella's autograph here. I met him at an autograph signing before one of the WWE live events here in Australia. I got him to sign it because when he won the title of Umaga, I was one of the kids at that age where I sort of believed it was a fan that just came in and won the title. So I think that was pretty cool. I was always a bit jealous, thinking, oh, why couldn't I have been that fan? We've got the WWE Champion tooling again, and the snaps on the other side. Overall, this is actually one of my favourite belts of all time, so it's definitely a good argument to get the other one with more accurate colours, and then get this tile strap put onto it once it's re-leathered. But for now, I am happy with my Figures Inc. version. I do think it's just a really nice belt, nice size since it's not huge. It's quite a small belt, which is good because it's a mid-card title. It's not meant to be huge like the main championships, like the world title. But yeah, if you're looking at getting an Intercontinental Championship replica, I definitely recommend it, even if it's this Figures Inc. version. I know it's only 2mm thick plates. So the etching isn't exactly deep, but you know what? It's actually not terrible. The 2mm plates, as you can still see some depth there. And it's just a beautiful belt to look at. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And next week, hopefully the next video is out. I haven't decided which one next. I'm thinking maybe the WWE spinner, but I'll let you know on my Instagram page. Thanks very much, guys, for watching.